Eric Yeboah here with ESPN Truehoop and the A-League podcast. I am joined by new Hawks signee Quinn Cook, man. Quinn, how you doing, brother?
I'm good. How you doing?
I can't complain, man. First of all, I saw you was in Atlanta yesterday. They had the press conference and whatnot. How does it feel to be an Atlanta Hawk?
Oh, man, it's a dream come true. It's a blessing to be a part of this, historic franchise, this great franchise. And I'm just ready to go to work. And I'm just so excited to be a part of the team.
Have you had any conversations with Coach Bud yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't. I think he's in Israel or he's overseas.
Yeah, overseas. Yes.
The game and stuff. The game's over there. So no, I haven't spoken to him yet, but looking forward to him getting back in town and him, just coaching me. Just being as coachable as possible. And I know he's really, really good friends with my college coach, Coach K. So I'm excited to really, get started and learn from him.
Is there any? Well, speaking of that, is there? How fun was it? How, as far as molding you, playing under Coach K, like what did that do for you personally in your career?
It did, so much for me, more off the court, but, obviously, the basketball-wise, I think he's the best coach ever. He molded me into being a man I am today, just, teaching me good habits, getting my bad habits, out of my system from high school and just, coaching me every day, being there every day. And, I still talk to him once a week. He's like a father figure to me. So, that's the only reason why I went there. The main reason why was my relationship with him and how he, treats his players and former players and stuff really stuck with me. And, he's still my coach to this day. He gives me advice and, critiques, certain things that I do, even at the professional level. So, he's still my coach. Even though I don't play there no more, he's still my coach.
I saw something interesting. I remember I read Jay Williams, his book, and he was talking about how like the first meeting he had with Coach K was like, they didn't touch on basketball a ton. It was just mainly about personal life, about what Duke would do for him after school and things of that nature. Was that kind of how the conversation you had with Coach K when you were there? Was it just like he really wanted to get to know you personally and just go from there?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he doesn't look at you just as a basketball player. I think one thing about Duke, one thing about Coach K, he recruits, good character guys. He doesn't just recruit, obviously, the best players or whatever. I mean, I think, all the guys that he recruits are good people. So I think that plays into a factor. And, he was just genuine, man. He was genuine. My god brother, Noah Smith, went there, so I had met him at an early age, and he was just a genuine, nice guy. I mean, with his fame and his stature, I mean, with pictures, he always stops to take pictures. He always speaks. I mean, he speaks to the janitors. He speaks to the, the laundry people. He speaks to everybody. And, he's just a good dude. And, a lot of our conversations were basketball. And a lot, was just him checking up on me. A lot was, on Father's Day, I lost my father. He'll call me every Father's Day on certain dates he remembers. And that's all his players. I mean,
wow.
He called every former player on their birthdays. I mean, so it's an amazing relationship that he has with all his players.
How do you think he'll do with this roster he has coming in, man? They look stacked this upcoming season of Duke basketball, man. I mean, how do you think he'll manage like having this amount of talent of these guys? I mean, obviously he's always done it, but it seems like with this one here, it seems like there's so much hype buzzing around them. How do you think he'll handle that?
I mean, I think he'll handle it better than any coach could at the collegiate level. I think, like you said, he's done it over the years, and this team reminds me a lot of last year because they had all the hype coming in, and obviously basketball, injuries, Harry, getting hurt, Jason starting the year, be a leader of that team, and I think they'll do well.
And I mean, and then leaving Duke and then coming into the league and having to move around so much and maneuver through the DLeague, having so much success in the DLeague, how frustrating was it as like having to put in that work, waiting for your moment, waiting for that time for somebody to like truly invest in you and whatnot? How difficult is that just going through the DLeague ranks and trying to work your way into the league like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's all the process. You know, if you trust the process, if you invest in yourself, if you bet in yourself, that's all. You know, I would just tell myself that. You know, instead of going overseas making a lot of money, just trusting the dream, trusting the process. And in my first year in the DLeague, I was always upset. You know, I wouldn't get called up. This guy get called up. I'll be comparing my stats to this guy's stats, our matchups, and it kind of drove me crazy. But when I went back in there, I just wanted to be the best player. I wanted to dominate. I led the DLeague in scoring, and I got called up, and I haven't been back since. And it's all about the process, just trusting the process, and just taking it one day at a time, man. And I'm just so thankful that the Atlanta Hawks, gave me another opportunity.
And now transition. Let's talk about the Hawks. Then, like, what kind of excites you about this team here? They got the young core. Everything has kind of changed over this summer here in Atlanta. You saw what happened with Millsap and Thabo leaving and whatnot. Dwight gone. Now you have this young core with Schroeder, Bembry, Torian, and Collins. What kind of excites you about this team now?
Yeah, the franchise is a winning franchise. I mean, we have a great playoff streak going, and Coach Bud has done a terrific job here. Since he's been here, and we're young, but we still have some guys who have great experience, like Dennis and Bays and Mike. I mean, guys who Denman, who's been in San Antonio, comes from a winning tradition. So he'll be great for us this year. So I mean, I know we have a young core, but I think our vets are going to do a great job bringing everybody along, and I know guys just want to win and just try to get back to the playoffs.
Is it? I guess not even. I guess it would be shocking to a degree just because you guys are young, but it's still probably overstated. I mean, is it the rankings that come out? A lot of people are projecting the Hawks finishing last in the East, finishing last in the NBA, and whatnot. Is it, for you, what is that? I mean, I don't know if you guys have talked, if you talk with some of the other teammates, if you guys have spoken about it, but what is that doing for you guys' motivation going into the season, knowing that you guys are being doubted to barely even win 30 games? Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know. But, I can't tell, man. I couldn't tell. I mean, guys, since I've been here, guys have been, in there going hard, pushing each other in the pickup games. Working hard in the weight room, staying late, getting shots up, and we haven't talked about it. I haven't heard anything about that. So I think guys, obviously if they know about it, will take it as motivation. Or we have some guys, in the locker room who are very, very competitive. So we just take it as a challenge, man, and just take it one game at a time.
Were you aware at all before you even signed here with the excitement that was around like your game and what you did this summer? You played really well in the summer league. And kind of a lot of Hawks fans were like on the internet, they were Twitter, Facebook, whatever it was, were really getting, were sending out tweets to the Hawks, like adding the Hawks Twitter account saying, hey, we need to sign Quinn Cook. So like it became a thing here where it's like Quinn Cook seemed like a really good choice to bring in. Were you aware of that at all? And like, what does that kind of do for you coming into this, like knowing that there's a fan base of people who are really excited about signing you?
Man, I didn't know that. I kind of the only social media I'm really active on is Instagram, that I check every day that I post on. But it's an honor. I mean, to obviously have fans, to have people admire what you do. We put a lot of time into our craft, and to have people admire, what you do. You put your blood, sweat, and tears into. It's an honor, definitely. And I was fortunate enough to have 2 big games against. Atlanta, in the summer. So, the coaches saw me firsthand. The coaches watched a lot of film, just obviously preparing to play us. And, I didn't think I was going to get released by New Orleans, but that's the business. They signed Rondo and Darius Miller and Aaron Clark. I got released, and, I just wanted to stay ready. And, for Atlanta to give me a chance, for them to like my game. I played against them last year when I was in Dallas, so the coaches were very familiar with my game and the front office. So I'm just excited, man. I'm blessed. Yeah. I'm humbled to be here, man.
What are some of the aspects of your game you're like kind of, I'm sure you feel maybe you might have more of a chance to show, in this offense or under Coach Bud, that you might not have been able to show throughout your career so far? I mean, it's been a short career, but still, I'm sure there's parts of your game that you wish people would take notice of.
Yeah, my ability to shoot, I think, I take pride in my ability to space the floor and knock down shots. In the D-League, I was the primary ball handler, decision maker. So a lot of my stuff was off the dribble, and me, obviously just going to create some stuff for my teammates and also myself. And then when I was in New Orleans, we played through DeMarcus and AB a lot. Obviously, which created some success for me there. Just learning the offense and learning how to play with superstars. And in the summer, I was obviously the main guy again. So a lot of my stuff was off the dribble, creating my shots for myself and my teammates. But I think my ability to catch and shoot, space the floor, is one thing I'll be able to show here because we do a lot of spacing, extra pass and motion. So I think my ability to shoot and space the floor will benefit the team.
I saw that. I also took notice on the Instagram. I know that you had that workout with BD, Baron Davis. What was that like? And then who else has kind of helped shape your game and improve your game over the years?
I was in LA for about a week doing the UCLA open runs and working out with my trainer, and I got to pick Baron's brain every day. We spent about an hour, a couple of days just working on pick and roll, offense and defense, showing me what he used to do, showing me what he used to look at, and stuff like that. And him being one of my favorite players growing up, it was definitely humbling to get that knowledge. So I was like a sponge around everybody all day, and guys, like I've been fortunate to be around some great vets. Like I was bronze rookie in Cleveland my first year, so I got to learn from him every day. KD's like my big brother. We grew up in the same area, so we talk every day, and I'm just lucky, man, to have these relationships, and I just want to take advantage of all the advice they're giving me.
Hey, real quick, do you think BD can still play right now? You think somebody should give him a chance?
Nah, for sure. In first year, he came back to the DLeague and he had some big games, and obviously this summer he was killing guys in the league. I
saw Drew League,
yeah. So I mean, he definitely can still play in this league.
I saw you just mentioned about you and KD's friendship. How was that from being a close friend of his and seeing what he went through last year with people calling him cupcake and the softness and calling him a traitor? Like, what was your take on that? Yeah, what was your outlook on that?
I mean, I thought it was unfair. A lot of times, the fans and the internet doesn't understand the business, aspect of this game, and he did what was best for him. He did where he wanted to be happy at, the best offense he could play in, and he obviously went to Golden State was probably an unpopular decision by everybody, but as long as he was happy, I was good. I'm so happy that he got what he deserved. He loves this game. He puts a lot of work into this game. So to see him be at the pinnacle of basketball, be NBA Finals MVP and an NBA champion, when you see one of your close friends do that, I mean, it meant a lot to me. So I'm so happy for him, and now I want to beat those guys.
Yeah, that's the goal now, man. And even so, like I guess the loyalty factors was always brought up. And I don't know if you got a chance to read IT's letter yesterday, Isaiah Thomas. And he wrote, and he touched on that, which was great. I think people just need to take notice of that. But one of the best parts of that was just he talked about the KD situation, and then it's just about
if somebody gets traded. If somebody gets traded, it's out of our decision. It's out of our hands.
Yeah.
The front office, but it's unpopular to the fans and the internet when a player takes his future into his hands and makes his own decisions. So I mean, that's what they don't understand, and it's a part of it, and it's a part of basketball, man.
I always wonder this, like, why are people so reluctant? A lot of fans, maybe even casual fans, whatever they are, so reluctant to criticize management when they make decisions. Like,
I don't know.
We saw how IT played after his sister passed. He's played through injuries. Players play through injuries all the time and things of that nature. And it's just for you guys, somebody like you, who's gone through, to get to where you are now, and see how I'm sure you've gone through where management said this and then didn't come through, or I'm sure you've dealt with a lot. Yeah, so for you,
I know firsthand.
Yeah, so you know exactly what it's like to have that, to see that side of the game and how dirty it could be.
Yeah, man, that's why you can never get too comfortable.
Yeah.
I think the only time you can really get comfortable, for a summer or, unless you're like LeBron or KD, a guy who would never be traded. But, if you win an NBA championship, I don't think you'll get traded. So that's my motivation. Is just like try to get to the highest point, try to get to where your job is secure. But in this business, like you say, IT, plays after a day after his sister passes, plays through hip injury, scores 50, gives the Celtics tradition. In the city of Boston, a lot of success.
Yeah.
And then he gets traded. So I mean, it's the business, man, and that's what people have to understand. It's bigger than us a lot of times, and so when guys make their own decisions, you can't kill them for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at all. And now going into this season right here, what have you been working on this summer? Like, what's been the kind of your focus?
My biggest thing is my body. A lot of times guys will try to post me up my rookie year. So, I've just been working on my strength. I've put a lot of muscle on, more muscle than I ever had before. And, just learning from these vets. I've been picking Baze's, head, this past 2 days about defense.
Nice.
Stuff like that, man. Just working on everything. Just trying to become a better shooter. Getting in better shape, and I'm just trying to become a better basketball player. For
sure. Let me get a little bit. We'll get away from basketball just real quick and talk about just kind of your interests outside of like maybe music. I can definitely tell the interest you have in hip hop and whatnot. Do you have a top 5 list right now, hip hop guys?
My top 5.
I know that's tough. I'm putting you on the spot. My bad, but I'm just...
Nah. I'll go Kodak Black.
What?
NBA Youngboy, Future, Migos, and Lil Durk or 21 Savage.
Yo, okay. See, you pretty much going to be fine. You're going to fit just right in Atlanta, seems like.
Yeah. So, I'm good.
NBA Youngboy is one that K. Felder told me I need to check out, and I've been listening to him. We got a guy on our podcast we're on that got me on him, so everybody's telling me Youngboy is the guy I got to check out, and now I'm hooked on him. Yeah,
he's nice. He's real nice.
I'm going to tell you one guy in Atlanta that you got to check out here. His name is JID. And he just signed with Dreamville with J. Cole. And I think in another group, Earth Gang, it's like they just, they're all from Atlanta, from like Decatur, from East Atlanta and whatnot. Okay. But that JID is a guy that you probably would like. He got one song called Never. So you check that out. Check out Never. It's a pretty dope song. But other than, those guys outside of that, if you have a favorite Atlanta rapper that you would say?
I like Future a lot. I like Thug. I like the Migos, 21. Gunna, it's a lot of dudes in the 2 Chainz. It's a lot of guys in the A that I really, really listen to on a daily basis.
Do you feel, I was talking with somebody the other day, do you feel like Atlanta's been running hip hop for like a decade now? Would you agree with that statement?
Nah, for sure.
Okay.
Man, more than a decade, I remember, Luda. I remember T.I., back in, the early 2000s, man. You know what I'm saying? So they've been doing it for a while.
Yeah, no, it's one of them things where you come here, and like if you go to the studio here, you'll realize like there'll be like several people from Atlanta, producer here, that are working on one beat together. So like everybody here really helps each other out. Like I heard 2 Chainz say the same thing. Like a lot of rappers people help each other out here. Yeah, so it's easier to kind of like groom everybody, and people are always helping each other out. So it's easier to kind of build that community here. But Atlanta's one of them places. Sure. Yeah, for sure. Now, even away from music, let's ask you about your favorite basketball movies.
My favorite basketball movie.
And do you have an underrated one? Because I got one ready, and I know you might not even know this one, but go ahead.
One of my favorite ones that gets really no love, 6 Man. That's really.
Oh yeah.
I love 6 Man.
Okay.
Obviously above the rim, he got game, Space Jam, all that. But 6 Man is probably my favorite out of the basketball movies. Hoosiers. I like them all, but probably my favorite was probably Through the Fire. Sebastian Telfair documentary. That's probably my favorite movie.
Cook, man, I was actually going to say that one. That was going to be my underrated one. Sebastian, I've watched it. Yeah. No, that's too good. That one in Sunset Park. I only know you've seen Sunset Park.
Yeah. My roommate in college, Robbie Hood, him and his girlfriend would watch that every single Yeah, I'm sick of that movie.
Yeah, so dope, man, dope. Well, look, man, I really want to appreciate the time.
No problem.
Welcome to Atlanta, man. It's gonna be exciting. Hopefully, I'll be able to cover you throughout the season, man. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Man, I appreciate you. Thank you, man.
Always, brother, man. Take care, man.
You too.
All right.